Good afternoon, fam. How's it going? George Price here with the November 25th, 2015 edition of the Mass Planner Weekly Knowledge Share question and answer call for Mass Planner users. Today, guys, it's going to be really exciting. The reason why is because as I grow, I always tell everyone, as I grow, you will grow as well. Okay. And part of my growth is making sure that I surround myself with others that have knowledge, okay, which I can actually use to become a better marketer, a better person, just better in so many different ways, guys. And with that information, I want to make sure that I share it with you guys and, just become a resource of information, of knowledge, right? And that's mainly what this is all about. So guys, let me do this really quick. I'm going to start getting everybody on the call. I usually don't give out the link until I start the hangout. So let me go ahead and start getting everybody on the call and get this thing started. Wow, it's a wonderful day, guys. That's all I got to say to you. So just be excited and understand that George is definitely going to deliver for you. So I'm posting a link in the group now. Boom, that link is posted. Okay, and shortly I should have a couple of people joining the call. Okay, and guys, I'm going to tell you some of the things that I'm going to go over this week. I'm setting up a member site. Okay, and the member site basically will be so that most of the information that I put in the Mass Planner group, and I think I've spoke to you guys about this in the past, but I put lots of information in the Mass Planner group, and one of my fears is that at some point that group or the possibility of Facebook itself, okay, banning a group, just different things. It's almost like a YouTube channel, right? Like I don't want to risk losing all of the content, all of the knowledge, inside of the Mass Planner group, which has grown pretty big, guys, and not be able to supply or provide you guys with the information. Like, don't get me wrong, in here, that's where all the knowledge is. But for people that, always don't have the opportunity to speak to me, you cannot do one-on-ones with me and such like that, then having a member site is a better option for myself, and I think for you as well. So, as I give you Mass Planner information week to week, I will also be putting that information inside of the members group, the member site, should I say, that I'm creating right now. So today will be one of the last days that you guys will actually see videos basically, being put in the group, or not being put in the group, but videos being recorded and not having a webinar or a proper event, for my member site. So guys, let me, as I said, I'm just waiting for some people to join. What I'm planning on doing, and I'm going to tell you also just going forward to give you some more information, some golden nuggets. I want you to stay on until the end of this call, okay? Because what I will be doing is I will be going over a strategy that I'm using for Mass Planner, which I'm going to tell you most people, and I started off marketing 3 years ago. And when I started out, guys, I had no clue where to start, what to do, anything like that. People that I would ask, they had no answers for me, or if they had answers, they cost. Okay, so as a Mass Planner user, as a follower of mine, as a person that's looking at these videos, then I feel it's just right for me to give back to you. Okay, so since I've gained the knowledge, I have a better understanding of it. I want to provide you guys with information. I want to provide you guys with knowledge that it took me time to, gather. I've been marketing, like I said, since 2013. I think I started. Okay, but as far as being a good networker, or just generally, like having the ability to speak to a person and build that relationship, that's something that I do very well. Okay, so one of the things that I'm going to teach you at the end of this course is, or at the end of this call, should I say, not course, but how I am actually building my networks and what I'm doing with my networks. Like everyone wants to know, like, oh my gosh, how do I get traffic? How do I get traffic? How do I get traffic? Guys, that is the easiest thing to do. And I'm going to tell you that over and over again. It's the easiest thing to do. So you'll find, networks that will try to sell you traffic. They'll try to sell you books. They'll try to sell you all these things on how to generate traffic. It is the easiest thing to do. And as a Mass Planner user, you're one step closer to generating traffic on your own, unlimited. However much traffic you want, okay, that's how much traffic you can generate using this software. I mean, it's really that simple. It's a no-brainer. And at the end of this call, like I said, I'm going to go through and I'm going to show you guys. I don't have a timeline for this call. Okay, I set it for I think from 12 until what is it, 2:30 or 2 o'clock. Hey, Aurora, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing well, George. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for joining the call. Guys, this is another surprise that I have for you guys. One thing that I'm going to start doing besides, my bonus at the end is that it's only fitting that I start introducing you to the people, okay, guys, but people that are inspiring me and that are, I'm learning from. So one of those people, just joined the call now. I'm not sure if I'm going to have our guest speak today. We may have her, do some things in the future, but what you need to understand is that if you're going to succeed in anything that you're doing, okay, one of those paths to success is being around people that are actually having success or that are actually doing something successful or inspiring. Okay. So that's why, eventually you're going to start seeing like, wow, who is this guy like speaking to? Like, how does he know these people? It's a matter of just building your confidence. Okay. And not only building your confidence, but I'm going to show you how this all works. So I remember when I first met or on, I saw on YouTube because I do a lot of YouTube searching, right? So I saw her on YouTube and it was like, wow, like she's pretty good, right? And then I was doing something on Facebook and I came across her on Facebook and I'm like, wow, I know that lady from somewhere. And I even mentioned that to her, when I saw her, I was like, wow, I saw you somewhere. I think it was YouTube or something. And at that point, I didn't subscribe to her channel initially on YouTube. I don't know why, but I didn't. And so just the other day, I was looking for how to set up a member site. And who do I come across but the person that, is on the call? Exactly, right? So that's, kind of how it works, guys. And I tell people this all the time. I see our paths in life. It's almost like cars being on the interstate. So as you're on the interstate, you're driving really fast. There's oftentimes you maybe get into like a traffic jam, or you just get into a point where either there's a car right behind you or there's a car on the side of you and you guys are going the same speed. And usually with that path or that analogy was what I'm saying is like, as that person's on the side of you, okay, you have that time to basically evaluate everything about that person or about that car that's on the side of you. Okay. And that's where I go with my marketing. It's like, there are different levels of knowledge that you will, gain through time. And one of those levels, you just have to make sure as you're gaining the knowledge that you take full advantage of it. So like I said, with those cars in the highway, they're going the same speed. They're not going to be together all the time. But as long as at that same speed, find out as much about that other car as possible, because you never know. You may say like, wow, I want to buy that car, or what have you. I want to like find out what that person's doing, where that person is going. Use that to your advantage, guys. Okay. And everything that you do in life, everything that you do online as far as marketing, it doesn't have to cost. Okay. But there are some things that you need to understand when you're speaking to a person or when you're, communicating with a person. The whole thing is communication. Okay. Once you get to a certain level of knowledge, your communication becomes the same as the people that you're around, that you're surrounded with. Okay. So right now at this point, like I said, I was looking for membership site information. And I came across Miss Jones. She's here now, but that's not the only thing that we have in common. It just so happens that right now I'm at that point in my training, my knowledge, learn, and she happens to have that information for me. That's not what I'm going to have her, express to you guys. I mean, maybe if you guys want offline, you can speak to her and get that information. But for me, it's a bit more deeper than that. So as I said, I don't think I'll have her speak today, but going forward, I'll have her speak. And she'll go over some of what she does. And yeah, but guys, really, if you're doing anything online and if you're working on your own, it's very important that you treat your work, your job as a business. And part of that, I mean, it comes from me being in corporate. One of the things that we used to always do, and I used to hate it, I'm going to tell you, is we used to have weekly meetings. And now I'm sitting here and I have 2 weekly meetings. So I have this one on Wednesday and then I have one on Sunday. I used to hate doing it. But I learned after doing it for so long that it just gives you the knowledge that you need. And it also helps you to understand, like, am I actually doing the right things? Is what I'm doing, is it actually in tune with what everyone else wants? So guys, let me stop speaking right quick. And let me let Miss Jones talk to you guys right quick and give a brief introduction of herself. So would you mind saying a few words to the people? We still have some more people that are going to join the call. So it's just getting a little slow there.
Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Aurora Jones, and I live in the UK. Right
Yes.
now, it is 6 p.m. And, well, I'm very glad to be here. And I thank you very much, George, for inviting me today. I haven't been online for quite some time now because I have now a beautiful baby boy. I gave
Yes,
birth
he is.
last Monday. Still recovering, and it is an absolute beauty to be a mom again. And what I do, basically, I'm an online marketer, so I help people in MLM or network marketing or affiliate marketer to learn how to generate leads online. So it could be using social media like Twitter or Facebook, Instagram, Periscope, and all those things. And it's actually quite funny because there is a real addiction when you start doing those things. So I also teach people how to brand themselves using a blog. So I'm revamping my blog right now, which is aurorajones.com, and some great things are going to happen in the next few weeks. I just need to settle down with my baby right now. He's only 1 week old. And so yeah, it's what I do. I help people to get leads online and to position themselves as experts on the internet to get leads and make sales. Whew, that's me.
That's great. Guys, I want to touch on something really quick because I love the fact that you said that you teach people how to get leads. All right, now understand it's two different things. Okay, so traffic is one way to put yourself in front of people, okay, but it doesn't necessarily mean that that traffic is going to translate into leads.
Yeah.
Okay, so there are two different parts of it. So a lot of people think like, oh, I have like millions and millions of hits of traffic, but that should translate into sales, right? Or leads. No, it doesn't. Okay, so my part, and like I said, I mean, I'm going to show you at the end of this video because it's something that I think everybody needs to understand how to do. You need to learn how to build traffic. After you learn how to build traffic, then you start learning how to transfer or convert that traffic into leads. Okay, it's guys. Like I said, I basically spend all my day, okay, online working with Mass Planner, and Mass Planner has taught me so much as far as social media that it's just it's unbelievable. Okay, so I'm able to be very confident when I tell you guys that methods that I'm using to generate traffic, okay, it's very simple, and it's something that once you set it up in an automated fashion, like I'm going to show you, it's set and done. Okay, as far as turning that traffic into leads, okay, that's something else that I can help you with. But also, I have a spokesman on the line now that specializes in that. Okay, so you kind of seen how the two go together, and this is something I'm going to tell you. I did not speak to her and ask her, okay, what is it that you actually are going to say to these guys? What are you going to provide? We had no conversation about that, but it just happens that, okay, I have one thing and you have another thing. It's almost like paper and pencil, guys. All right, and as you go through this, and I just used the analogy of the car when I started this, as you go through this, you're going to understand that you will be the paper a lot of times, but you need something to write on that paper. Okay, and then there's other steps of it. Okay, you have the paper and the pencil. Where does the content come from? How is the content provided properly? All these different elements come into fact, okay? And that's the reason why, as I said, my thing going forward is to build a membership site, have people that are actually interested in the knowledge that we're sharing. Understand that. Interested in the knowledge that we're sharing. So if you have people that are interested in the knowledge that you're sharing, that's one step closer to getting leads. Okay, that is actually a lead. So I'm going to show you how to get the traffic because I spent lots and lots of times, understanding how to get the traffic. And as you can see by, like my calls weekly, if you're joining these, my traffic is starting to build. The people that are on the panel are starting to grow. The knowledge is starting to get greater. So as the knowledge gets greater, the best thing to do with that knowledge is to make sure that you encapsulate it so that it's not that it doesn't get out, but when it does get out, it gets out in the purest form possible. Okay, that's what you want. You want to keep everything intact and make sure that that information is the correct information, because you'll have a lot of people that'll sell you BS. I'm going to be honest with you. I can tell you how to get leads. I can tell you how to turn those leads into sales. That's not what you want. Okay, you want someone that is actually going to show you and walk you through these methods. Now, understand that point too. I've been doing this for a while, and there comes a time when you do so much for free, or you do so much, online that you really have no clue of, okay, what is it that I should give away for free and what should I keep for myself? Okay, that's also another element that I'm not going to get into right now, but there are various elements of this that, as a marketer, as an online, person, as an entrepreneur, that you really should understand. It takes time to do this. It takes time to learn this. And if you're planning on making this a business of yours, okay, and this is why I get frustrated with a lot of people that are like, George, teach me how to make money. George, teach me how to make money. No, that's not what I'm here for, okay, because I don't want to make a guarantee to you, but you are not guaranteeing anything to yourself, all right? I can charge people thousands and thousands of dollars, and you find a lot of marketers that will do that. But then the person that's been charged all this money comes up with zero, and the reason why they come up with zero is because they're not willing to do the work. Okay, this is actual work. Me actually going out and making these videos, this is work. I mean, my sitting here finding out how to use Mass Planner, that's work. It takes time. It takes hours. Okay, me speaking to Miss Jones, that takes time. That's work. Okay, it's almost like a job when you go out and you recruit the best people for your company. That's a job, guys. Okay, and it's not that I kind of don't like using the word work and job because a lot of people are like, oh my God, work. I don't want to do work. But you're going to find over time, I classify it as work because that's what you understand, okay? But over time, you're going to understand that more than just work, this becomes exciting to you. Like, I'm sitting here with a cup of coffee now because, guys, that's what keeps me going. I don't go to bed until maybe 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning a lot of times. And the reason why is because I'm constantly trying to educate myself on how to educate others to be successful at whatever they're doing online. So it doesn't matter if you're selling, like light bulbs. It doesn't matter. But you have to know how to communicate with people that actually need light bulbs. Okay? So guys, I you just understand, like right now, the things that I'm feeling inside, the things that are going on in my mind is just so amazing right now because it's not a breakthrough. It really isn't. Okay, and I listen to people say breakthrough. It's not a breakthrough, guys. If you do something over and over again consistently for a long period of time, okay, and I'll use a year because it's been let me try these calls. Okay, these calls I started in July. I think the end of July, something like that. But just my approach to these calls, okay, the way that I speak on these calls is totally different from when I started 6 months ago. And that's because every time I do these, the message becomes more embedded inside of me. The message becomes more me, okay? As more as I learn, I teach that to you guys, and everything that I'm learning is straight from that knowledge book, which is up here. So that's what you have to understand. You really have to dedicate yourself to this and be willing to say, hey, I'm going to sacrifice. I'm not going to go out tonight. I'm not going to go and have a drink. You know what? I'm going to sit at home and just do some research. I'm going to look at some YouTube videos, see what other people are doing. Because as I said, that car on the road, okay, you're side by side, and all of this knowledge is free. But if you're not willing to take the time that it takes to learn it, then you don't really want this. This is not for you, okay? Star joined the call. Star joined the call as well. How are you doing today, Star? You're going to have to unmute yourself really quick.
I'm doing terrific. Thank you for asking.
Good. I'm just waiting for more people to join the call, Star, before we get into more Mass Planner stuff.
Okay.
Star, I don't think you've ever met Aurora. Aurora, oh gosh.
We have Aurora and Star here. All right, we're really up there in the heavens, aren't we?
Yes, we are. And see, that's the prime example, guys. Star has been on these calls, and Star knows, wow, she's probably like, who is this person? I didn't tell Star that Aurora was going to be on this call because it was a surprise to everyone. And she's not even going to really, I'm not going to say what she's going to do or not, but it's going to be different today. Star, I'll let you go ahead and give a little bit of your background and what you do so that Aurora can hear as well.
Originally, I am a office administrator. I've been doing it for years and years and years. The company I'm currently with, I've been with for 21 years, and I have decided to retire from it, and I've gotten involved in a supplement company that's an MLM that I absolutely is my passion, my why, my life. You name it, it's there. I mean, it's first thing I think of when I wake up and the last thing I think about when I go to bed, and probably 24/7. I may even dream about it. I don't know. But yeah, I've decided that, with George's help, with Mass Planner, with IBO, with Facebook, with all this stuff, it's going to work because I want to retire from here and be able to work full time at home. So.
Absolutely.
Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to see if anyone else is going to join this. Well, I know they're going to join, but it's just a lot of times they join a little bit late. Thomas, where is he? Because Thomas Baker is going to come on, and I know he's going to have quite a bit of questions. So yes, and here's another thing, Star, you might want to let everyone know, is besides your, how can I say, your love of Prove It and such like that, and different things that you're doing. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hold on. See, this guys. This is how my days go. All right. Right now, I'm having this call, and this is a matter of just taking and really starting to become what you do. Okay. So like now, Mass Planner. A lot of times when people think about Mass Planner, they think about me, George Price, 883, Mass Planner. Why? Because I continuously talk about it. I'm pretty much it. I don't own the company. I just use the software, right? I'm speaking to you guys on a live call, and there's a person that's about to join the call who's asking me questions about it. So basically, from the time that I get online until the time that I go to sleep a lot of times, it's nothing but Mass Planner, guys. And it's something that you have to dedicate yourself to if you want to, be able to supply others with information, because in the end, the way that you're actually going to succeed or you're going to earn any sort of point is by being needed by others. Okay, if you have no skill set that others desire, then you're not going to do anything. You're not going to make anything. Okay, and that's enough. Guys, if you're listening to my message, I see that Aurora's writing things down, but if you're listening to my message, I've given you like tons of nuggets that if you listen to only, what is this, like the first like 23 minutes, you're going to be like, wow, like why is this guy giving this information for free? But it's out there on the internet for free. Okay, and most likely this call, okay, and I check my replays and such like that, it may be like maybe 16 or 20 views by the end of the week. But this call is going to be here for like a long time. Whether I leave it on YouTube or whether I let it go elsewhere, it doesn't matter. But by me providing this knowledge, it's just attracting more people to me. By me giving you certain answers, if you're just happen to be in that space at that moment, you're like, oh my gosh, that's it. That's what I needed. That's attracting you more to me. Okay, so guys, your value, your knowledge, your skill set, just like any job. Okay, people don't hire people at McDonald's if they don't know how to flip hamburgers, they don't know how to clean it, they don't know how to do all these things, right? So you have to learn how to do something if you want to get paid. So you want to learn how to make money online? Learn a skill. That's it. Share that skill with others. Let others know that that skill is yours. They're going to come to you and they're going to use it. I'm going to get Tom on the call right now so that he can start asking us tons of questions. Gosh, and this may not be a good time for this, but hey, we got to do it. Okay, there he goes. So, boom, 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 boom.
If I can add something once you find him.
Yes. I just sent the message.
It's all right. What is actually quite interesting with online marketing, I remember when I first started a few years ago, I just couldn't understand anything because it was a new world, and so many moving parts, so many things to understand. But when you actually find a way to systemize what you're doing, it's quite incredible to see how many people who are around you who are not necessarily doing MLM or network marketing, but are interested in learning how to have a presence online. So as George said, you really need to educate yourself. You need to find the time. Obviously, if you don't have 8 hours a day to do that, that's absolutely fine. But have your mind at least alert or aware of what is available around you, because I didn't know how to create websites. Well, I learned how to create websites, and I've got people in the music industry or who are barbers, who are in different functions asking me to help them have a presence online and how to use Facebook and how do you automate everything. And that's where, having something like Mass Planner is something very good. But just to say that, as Joe said, bringing value to other people and by you first educating yourself, it's fantastic, absolutely fantastic.
No, it definitely is, and I like that you said that because here's the thing: if you, and I think I said this as well, if information that you learn, others are going to need, and like you said, even if you don't have the 8 hours a day to spend learning something, the people that you're surrounded by, you'll start noticing who spends that amount of time learning it. So those people that spend that amount of time, there are two facets of it. You'll find out that the person that you think is like the biggest of the best of all these things, as you start gaining more knowledge, you'll find out like, wow, that person is really not that bright or that sharp of a tool. And it's not anything negative against that person, because as I just posted something on my Facebook wall, you are doing a hell of a lot more than a hell of a lot of others. And the reason why is because you are actually doing something. Okay, others aren't doing it. So as you learn, you start learning those people that are doing something. Maybe they're doing a lot of rubbish. They're doing a lot of crap. It has nothing to do with anything. They're just being boisterous. Okay? As you start learning, as you start progressing, you start understanding like, wow, I'm at that same level. I can ask this person this. I can ask that person that. But if you don't have the time, just make sure you're surrounding yourself with others that do have the knowledge. And that's the reason why, I become very popular with Mass Planner, is because I do have the time to educate myself. And not only do I have the time, but I have the time to make videos. I have the time to take time to be on calls like this and help others. That's what it's all about, guys. Thomas just joined the call. Thomas, I'm going to ask you not to mention your problem just yet, because we're going to save that for a second. I want you to actually introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Tom. I have a couple of e-commerce stores, and I've had an exciting week.
Great.
What else, Tom?
I don't know what happened, but I'm going to explain, okay, from what we were doing last week, and I told you what I was doing, okay. I've been doing some posting on Facebook and doing some sharing.
So you actually took into the fan page sharing?
Pardon?
You did the fan page sharing as we spoke about last week, so sharing from fan page to groups?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And I, on my store, okay, this week, my reach is just about to go past 60,000.
Woo! Nice. See,
now,
traffic.
I really don't know exactly how it's all taken off, but I can tell you this, that the messages, there's so many messages that I can't even begin to deal with that. And I've noticed the reach go out of sight, and I'm not even sure how it's all happened. But right now and you can look on the page yourself and see. I mean, I might have been lucky before to have 100 or 200 on the reach, and this week alone, it's just approaching. It's going to hit 60,000 today.
Wow. How often are you posting on your page, and how much are you sharing now, Tom? Like to the groups?
I only post one post a day because, like I've told you in the past, when you're dealing with a specific group that doesn't want advertising or doesn't do anything, it's strictly for social, and I'm picking I'm trying to pick the right post so that it's going to be educational and informational to the group. And I'm posting, I believe, to about 60 groups right now in what I'm doing, okay? And I'm getting that kind of response, and I don't overdo it. And I started with about 62 groups, and I think I've had 4 or 5 of them back me out because maybe I was putting too much. So right now I'm doing one post a day, and I guess I'm down to 4 days a week because I don't want to burn out the group. And I'm getting that kind of a blowback from it with the amount of reach. And my theory is that after I've done that for 2 or 3, 4 weeks, they'll get used to it and relax a little bit, and then maybe I can start to drift, more direction to my website.
Right, and that, as I told you before, that is the main goal. I mean, like, if I mean, I don't think that you mentioned that you were using Google AdSense or anything like I'm doing, but the main thing is you want people to go to your landscape. You want people to know Thomas Baker. You don't want people to know anyone else but Thomas Baker. They want to, like, with Mass Planner, for instance, people know Mass Planner, but they know Mass Planner preceded by George Price. So it gets me, like, people say, oh, George, I just bought Mass Planner. And I'm like, okay. And then they expect to get like massive amounts of support from me because they feel that they purchased it from me. But that's not the case. They purchased it from the Mass Planner company. They're not my affiliate or anything like that, but they immediately think it's my baby. So what you're doing, Thomas, I think over time you've actually built a reputation. And just to give you some insight with Facebook, I'm pretty sure you may know this or maybe you don't, but just to let others know, with Facebook, once you start posting and once you get into a habit of posting so much, posting in groups, posting your wall and such like that, and that's why, like, if you look at my Facebook wall, my timeline, I post at least 3 times a day. Even if it's the same basic type post every day, I still want that consistency, okay? And then maybe once or twice a week, I might post up to like 10 times on my wall, okay? Or maybe not that much, but a good bit. And the thing is with Facebook, Facebook has their edge rank system, okay? And the edge rank, it depends on how much you're posting, how many friends you have, how much those friends like comment on your post, all these different things, like with frequency. So Facebook is really looking for you to put information out there that people are going to engage with. And not only are they going to engage with, but that it is something that they see as value. Okay, it's almost another thing of like, like me doing these videos. Like you have so many videos on YouTube, you have so many posts on Facebook. Okay, you have all these posts, but how many people are actually responding to it? Okay, if you have a ton of content out there and people don't respond to it, then Facebook will look at you as almost like a spammer. Okay, but if you have like a bit of consistency, even if you post like 20 times a day and only one person comments or two people comment, then if you have that consistency, Facebook starts noticing that, and they allow you to do a bit more progressively. So what you've done with the groups is you already had a certain pattern of posting in your groups already. Okay, once you enable Mass Planner and you're only doing like a certain amount per day, they love it. And the type of engagement that you just received, now that it's up to 60, or like post reach and such like that, they're gonna be like, wow, okay, fine, maybe we'll let them do some more. But you want to do things in moderation. You don't want to just like full on just blast it, because that's when you start getting banned and stuff like that. So
let me explain one thing that I've learned about groups.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is that depending on the kind of group, if you're in an advertising one where you're doing affiliate marketing and that kind of stuff, the posts drop quickly. They go one right after the other, so you need to post a lot, like what you're saying. In my situation, with the kind of groups that I post, okay, what I've learned is that I can have a post that's been there that I posted 3 or 4 days ago or 5 or 6 days ago, and I'll get comments on it right now. And when I go back and I look, they're not dropping out of sight like they do on some of the other groups. So if I post too often, I end up with 3, 4, 5 posts in a row, and admin doesn't like that. And that's what I've had to overcome. So that's why I've slowed down, is to make sure that other people get a chance to post in between mine, but they still can scroll and find it.
Gotcha.
And that's what's different with my type of groups. So depending on the kind of group, you can get away with different things. But if I were posting I've backed off because of the groups that I was posting every day to. They were seeing 3 or 4 of mine build up, and admin got mad and they took me off.
Mm.
So I just wanted to point that out, because a lot depends on the niche and on the group that you're posting to.
Was it because the amount of people posting per hour was actually quite low? For instance, if 2 or 3 people are posting per hour, if you post yours, then it's obviously going to be seen more often.
Mm.
But the only thing that I know is, for an example, maybe I made a post today, and it's there, okay, and I go back in 2 days and look, and it's still at the top. Nobody else has posted to that group.
Right.
That's all I'm trying to point out. So if you have a group that they're dropping down and you have to bump to get back up to the top, that's different. But in the
Yeah.
kind of groups that I'm posting to, I have to be reasonably and watch the time, or admin takes over.
Yeah, it might be the frequency event. The people are posting. Yeah, all right.
Thomas, one other question, because I've noticed this with groups, and because I do administer a few groups. Let me ask you, is it a case of, like, you post something in the group, and then you know, the admins have to approve your post? Because a lot of times with certain groups, the admin, they approve all the posts.
Sometimes that's the situation. Most of my groups are closed groups.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they have 2 or 3 people monitoring them. And when they say no sales, or in other words, the information that you're posting has got to be applicable to what the group is about.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So you have to be you know, careful with what you're doing, and you have to be, you know, solicit the right post to put into it. One other quick question: what are you making your videos with?
Like, say for instance, this video now, or videos that I use for training.
No, when you're making up videos, do you have a program you use for it?
On my Mac, I use a program called it's called
Player?
no, it's gosh, it's hold on.
Inflow.
I am on my computer, so I can check it and see.
Yeah,
It's called ScreenFlow. Yes, is that what you just said?
ScreenFlow.
Yes,
Yeah.
ScreenFlow
Okay.
on my Mac. Yes. There's a ScreenFlow, and there's another software that's popular called Camtasia, or
Yeah.
Cam Studio, which a lot of people use. I use ScreenFlow, and basically after I finish shooting the video, you know, you can go and edit it and do different things like that. And the one thing I don't like about Camtasia, well, I purchased ScreenFlow, but I know with Camtasia or Cam Studio, I believe it is, I'm not sure even if you purchase it, but I know a lot of people, like, you see a lot of marketers, they have the little caption for, like, the actual software. That's why I ended up purchasing ScreenFlow, and because I'm using Mac, it just works, you know, a bit better with my Mac. So.
Are you familiar with Video Maker FX?
I've heard of it, and actually, I think I had a CPA offer for it at the moment. I never really promoted it, but yes, I have heard of it.
Yeah.
Is that what you're thinking about using?
It's pretty powerful program. I've done a lot of research on it and spent a lot of time at it. It's pretty powerful system.
Well, okay. Here's a question for you, Thomas.
Yeah.
What are you planning on doing that's going to be so powerful with your videos?
Nothing. And what makes this one really nice, okay, is the fact that it's very inexpensive.
Okay.
Okay, and it doesn't have what you're talking about, meaning, in other words, there's no watermarking or any of that stuff
Right.
left on it. You can do whatever you want to do with it, okay? And Camtasia is it's a more higher end. You can do more with what you've got, okay? But you have to, you know, it's like I use Photoshop, okay? And it takes a lot of learning to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same with Camtasia. It takes a lot of time to be good at it, where these other programs make it much easier and produce an adequate video for marketing.
Have you used Screencast-O-Matic as well?
Haven't tried it.
Yes. What is good with, because Video Maker FX is good, but I mean for special effects, you know, like to make your branding stand out and look very professional. But there are still quite a few things that you cannot do with this kind of software. And Screencast-O-Matic is actually quite good. If, for instance, you wanted to, you know, like you record your screen and people can see your face at the same time. You know, like if you wanted to do a review, for instance, of a product, you being on a video and showing the screen at the same time, this is the kind of things you can do. And then you can upload it to your computer and then edit it on Video Maker FX or whichever other software you may have. Like with Macs, we've got iMovie, for instance. I use iMovie. But yeah, with Screencast-O-Matic, it's actually quite good to record videos and have this feature available.
What is the name of it?
Screen, like screen, and Cast-O-Matic. I'm going to write it down for you.
Here you go. I'll type it in the. Are you going to type it in the box?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. And I think it's $15 for the full year, for 1 year, without any watermark, which is quite okay.
It has a watermark or doesn't?
No, it doesn't. If you pay the $15 for the whole year, there is no watermark.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Right. And I'll be honest. With my videos, when I started doing some videos in the past, I thought about not putting my face on it because I wanted to share it with others and allow others to use it. But then, that personal side of it, like for a person to actually see who they're going to be working with or who's actually training them, helps a lot. And not only that, but years later, they may find your video and they'll come back and be like, oh yeah, you're the guy. You kind of want that because you want people to, that's like she said, it's serious. You want to brand yourself. You want to brand everything that you're doing. So even if you're giving a video for Screencast-O-Matic, you may end up, like purchasing or what have you. You want to make sure if there's an affiliate commission tied to it, that if you're giving information about the software, then people are looking for Thomas Baker, Screencast-O-Matic, because they know that your information provided by, about Screencast-O-Matic is the best, or it's just different from anyone else's. So
this is going to be good for all of us because, see, a lot of what you're applying to, I'm not going to disagree. I guess I'm going to disagree in this sense, okay? I'm strictly e-commerce, okay? And my interest is in promoting my products.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, totally.
That's the only difference. I want them to know who I am. I own the 3 stores.
Right. No, that's totally understood, and that's pretty much what this is for too, Thomas. I want you to brand yourself as you're doing. But I also want to, issues that you're having with Mass Planner. Hold on one second. Aurora, is that your phone?
My telephone? Sorry?
No, I'm getting a bit of a backfeed there.
No, there isn't anything around me.
Okay, that's fine. So anyway, Thomas, because we have a variety of people that are actually using the software, okay, it's going to be a platform where each person, no matter what it is that you're doing, you can show other people that may be using the software as well, that may be unique, how you're using it. And so therefore it would draw more people to you in a branding sense. Does that make sense to you? So that's the reason why I'm kind of like changing the calls and the way these calls are, because I want to be able to provide as much value in these calls as possible. Don't get me wrong, as far as technical issues that you may be having with Mass Planner, that's going to be there for you. I'm going to still support you on that. But along with that, there's sometimes a lot of dead space in these calls, and not just a dead space, but I want to get as much value as you want, because just like the information that you just got on Screencast-O-Matic has nothing to do with e-commerce. But it's something that you can use for your business, and it's a tip that you got based on, like just asking what software you guys using. So,
oh yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. We questions about Google Plus.
Mm-hmm.
How do you use it?
At the moment, I really am not. At the moment, all I'm doing with Google Plus is trying to build a network. I'll tell you, recently lots of people have said that Google Plus is a place that's, they say it's dying, okay? I see it like this. It's Google, okay? Yeah. And Google has like a grip on like pretty much everything. You go into search engine, you're gonna search through Google. So yeah. From my standpoint, I think it's good to at least build your network on it, or build a following, and still post content and such like that. At the moment, all I'm doing using Mass Planner is building a following. Okay. There's actually, you know what? Let me do this. Let me get one other person on here, because that's a good question as far as Google Plus.
The reason that I'm asking that is I'm trying to attempt to do something with it. I'm not sure, because I haven't really seen somebody set it up to be most efficient. So since we're going right into questions, I thought that would be a good starting point. And Instagram would be my next one.
Okay, here's the thing, Thomas, and the reason why I don't the reason why I don't really use certain products or certain social networks as much is because I'm very anal in having as much information as possible, right? So that's why I surround myself with people that may have more information about something than I do, and I can go back and forth and ask them like, okay, well, what about this? What about this? And then I can apply it to Mass Planner, okay? And that's where, like I tell you guys all the time, Mass Planner has helped me to learn so much about social media because I have to learn, okay, like, what are your limits on this? What can you not do? What can you do? The pros and cons, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
All these things I have to learn. So even, you know, if you're doing e-commerce, you know, if you're doing, you know, like paper towel sales, it doesn't matter. Because I've learned what those networks will accept and what they won't accept, I can give you more information. Just like you gave us information about the groups. That's something that was very valuable, and that a lot of people will listen to this call. They'll be like, oh my gosh, thank you. You know, like, and Thomas, I'm not going to lie to you. You gave that bit of information. I was like, whoa, thank you, Thomas. But it's just, you know, it's just a matter of like bartering and just exchanging information and exchanging value. I'm actually waiting for one person to join the call, which you should be on in a second. Danny Forts. He's been doing a bit with Google Plus. I'm not sure, Aurora, if you have something to share on it. But okay, go ahead.
I mean, what is actually quite interesting about Google Plus is, as you said, I mean, Google is everywhere. You know, if you want to look for a specific keyword, you will be using the Google search. Then you've got Gmail, which is part of Google. You've got YouTube, which is part of Google. You've got Google Maps. But the way you can actually use Google Plus, I won't say that I use it extensively, but for what I've seen, whenever I was posting, so the people who were in my community as friends were able to use it, but also if I were to add some hashtags to it and have, let's say, a few people commenting on it, a few times I've seen my work and some work from my clients and friends being ranked on the first page of Google just because it is Google Plus. You know, it's like, you've got what we call SEO, where you need to use some tools and you need to find the right keywords. But with Google Plus, they want to create a community where every user has a very good experience. So if there is something which is relevant to their search, because you've entered the right hashtag and because you've got a few people who've shown some interest by coming to your Google Plus description and liking it and commenting it, very often I've seen it ranking on the first page of Google. So it's good to have a closer look, but I think it's good to have a strategy as well behind it, because otherwise you just spend so much time on the social media platform that you just don't have a life anymore. So it's interesting. Google is everywhere, and whatever they create, they will want to make sure that it's going to work. So
that is correct. That is correct.
Thomas, the Mass Planner, if you set up enough stuff ahead of time, it just seems like it goes on endless.
Right. Well, okay. Here's the thing, and like I said, with the Mass Planner, I haven't really started using it per se with Google Plus. The things that you can do with Mass Planner, okay, in regards to a network like Google Plus or any of the others, is mainly following, unfollowing, joining groups. I think you can actually contact members on Google Plus as well. You can set up a campaign to post things to your wall or to different groups. So from that aspect of being able to do those things, okay, if you have the proper strategy in place, or if, like, say for instance, like you did with Facebook, you do a little bit of lead work. So you didn't start off on Facebook just posting in the groups or doing these things with Mass Planner. You started out actually posting or doing things manually. Over time, you started learning, like, okay, these groups don't accept this, they don't accept that, this group is better than this one, this group is not better than that one. If you have the ability to learn something, manually initially, and this is why, like I always say with Mass Planner, go real slow. Learn it manually, apply your manual strategies to Mass Planner. And here's where I come into play. If you can tell me exactly what you want to do or what you've been doing manually, then I can tell you how to automate that using this tool. All right, and that's why like I'm loving this conversation. I'm loving this whole hangout. I mean, this to me, honestly, this is probably so far the best hangout that I've had because I'm giving you guys a little bit of information, but I'm getting so much back from you guys, right? So with Google Plus, my suggestion would be, I mean, take the advice that Aurora just gave you. Danny, hopefully he'll get on a call here in a second. He could give you a bit more because I know he's been doing he's been working with specific groups, okay, and he understands a bit more how those groups work and how you can like like comment in them because the thing with Google Groups or Google Plus groups is that you can comment in them, but it's very regulated, man. It's not like Facebook where you can just like post things in groups and not have to worry about it. Well, Google Plus, the admins really are like, no, we don't accept this. It's not what we want. Or who is this guy? No, you're not going to start posting in here just because you joined the group yesterday. You know, and I have groups on Google Plus that I've been in for like almost a year now, and I have yet once to post anything in them because I know as soon as I post something, then it's going to come back as, you know, as far as like a strike against me or a flag against me. I've basically just been, you know, just monitoring those groups from afar and trying to like see, okay, like how many times are people actually posting in these groups? What type of content are they posting in these groups? And that's another part of your research as well that I like about Mass Planner is that you can actually join groups that you may have of interest or join areas that you may have of interest and just monitor the way that other people are using that space. So like you're doing with Facebook groups, okay, because Google Alerts gives you like all of these pings on your phone or whatever, alerts on your phone, I get to see when someone just posted in whatever group, okay, and what type content that is. And also you get an email, you know, that shows you that as well. So from that standpoint, I would say start out maybe following people that are in the niche that you are in, okay, doing the follow-unfollow method, which I suggest everyone do. After you're doing that, start joining some groups that are in the same niche. And a lot of those groups that you're going to join are going to be the groups that people that you're following are in. And that way you'll be able to educate yourself a little bit more with what they're doing. And perhaps you'll come across someone like Aurora that has a lot of information about that specific thing that's in your niche that can tell you like, hey, Thomas, yeah, just do this way. You know, so for me, I would advise you to do it that way. I wouldn't just jump in and start throwing a lot of campaigns or whatever you're doing in your Facebook. Here, do you have on Google Plus? You can actually set up your page and make it almost like a fan page. So one thing that you may want to try doing, Mr. Forts just joined. One thing that you may want to try doing is taking and sharing, set up a campaign where you can share content from your fan page, okay, to your Google Plus page. All right, so that's even more. The whole thing I'm going to tell you, Thomas, is about the traffic. So if you can share all of these things, like you're sharing it with your groups now, you're seeing the amount of reaction that you're getting. And I told you about the reaction I'm getting with Mass Planner Tips. And I'm glad that you're using that scenario of sharing your content in groups because you're seeing results. Okay, if you do the same thing with Google Plus, with the groups, or just not with the groups per se, but with your page, start out posting stuff on your page. Get people familiar with that. Over time, people that are following you or what have you, they're going to see that you're posting your page. Okay, then eventually they'll start following that. Then, just as we do with Facebook, and this is something I just thought about right now, just as you do with Facebook, start sharing that content that you posted on your Facebook or your Google Plus wall into the groups. Okay, so it's almost like it's a copy. Like Facebook doesn't like you to share content or post content in groups that's coming from links outside of Facebook. So if you share from your fan pages I showed you last week into the groups, they accept it much more. Okay, so if you use that same concept or that same mindset with Google Plus, I think you'll get a really good reaction from it. So that would be something I would try. I'm gonna have Danny jump on and give you a bit more information. Mr. Forts, how are you doing, man?
What's up, 883?
Go ahead, Danny. Can you? I want you to give a bit of information about Google Plus. Thomas is wondering, you know, a little bit about how to use it and such like that. But tell everyone who you are first. Like, introduce yourself right quick, if you don't mind.
Okay. My name is Danny Forts from Phoenix, Arizona. I have this thing called the rejection-free formula: no calling, no chasing, no convincing. I also mainly work with people in the home business niche who are looking to build a business on a budget many times because just like I heard on the beginning of the call, there's a lot of programs people can subscribe to, and people want thousands of dollars, and at the end of the day, you don't even really know what you're signing up for. So I like to get people to get incremental results before ever asking them for a dime. So.
Good job, good job. So tell Thomas what he needs to know about Google Plus and how he can maximize his usage with it. He wants
Can
to
I
start
ask
using
one question first?
Okay.
In Google Plus, you've got your personal profile, okay, if that's the way to word it. If you've got 3 business pages, you can also go in and add 3 more accounts for each one of the business pages.
That part, okay,
And you have
this
to
is
have different emails and different everything for each one.
well, that's going to be a totally different account, and that's going to be different. You can, like you said, well, one, basically, okay, like I said, think of those pages as fan pages. So you don't need to make multiple accounts to use that one Google page, if that makes sense. So like my Google Plus account, I have a Mass Planner tips page. I have, I think, the niche funnel. I have a few pages on that account that I can
On
post
Google
content to.
Plus.
On Google Plus, yes. So just think of it as fan pages, and that's why I said the method that I showed you last week, and you're seeing results with it. Apply that to Google Plus as well.
Okay.
And Danny, the thing I wanted you to go over with him was basically what you're doing with your with Google Plus groups and different things like that, because that's something that I really don't have that much of knowledge in, and I know you've been dealing with it for a while, and you can share more information on that.
Well, I'd have to give you a little bit of an overview first of what I've been doing and how it actually works. I heard Aurora before I jumped on talking a little bit about it, and she hit it right on the head. And the other thing I also just love about the Google properties, just in general, is, and this came directly from Vince Reed, that I was at an event a couple weeks ago here in Arizona, and Vince Reed was talking about why he likes YouTube more than Facebook. And if you know anything about me, I'm Facebook very little, because it's what he talks about. He says it's interruption marketing. People are on there being social, and then you have stuff everywhere, and they're on socializing, they get distracted, and then what do they see in their newsfeed? An ad, or when you go in a group, it's like everyone's agenda, this, that, the other. Where when you're on YouTube or when you're on a Google property, it's pretty much someone's either searching for something or they're looking for a solution to a problem, right? They may be looking for cats and dog videos to put on their websites and this, that, the other, but typically the person who's on Google is looking for an actual solution. So what happens is you have not only do you have a captive audience, you have a laser targeted laser targeted prospect is what it comes down to. So if someone's looking for MLM, or someone's looking how to build a list, or someone's looking to build a capture page, or they're looking to solve some sort of problem, or they're looking to do something. And I've resonated with that for a long time, because I've been doing that, and that's where I've gotten most of my results. Not from Facebook, but from using YouTube, Google Plus, and Google stuff. So Aurora hit it on the head. Now, as far as groups go, some of the things I absolutely love about Google Plus is you don't get banned or flagged for adding too many people. You can add as many people as you want. They just want to see you engaging in some way, shape, or form. So engaging and commenting on people's posts, plus wanting it. The same kind of social interaction, I guess, I could equate it to Facebook in that sense, is like they do want to see engagement. But the best thing about even engaging with, whether it's video or content on Google Plus, is it also helps you rank as well. So there's just everything you do gets leveraged, whereas in Facebook's thing gets lost in the feed. Even in you're in groups, if you wanted to go back and search for information, you're going through streams and streams of feeds to find something that is should be really simple and quick. So that's one of the main reasons why I absolutely love all the Google properties over Facebook for ranking, interaction, and it seems like more people on there, they're more tech savvy, so to speak. So they're on there doing whatever it is that they do. So it's almost like, I don't want to say it's expected that people are doing business, but more or less you're in communities where it's easier to connect with people to actually do business with.
Yeah.
So.
What exactly do you mean by Google properties?
all of Google properties. Like, so
YouTube.
You have Google Plus,
right.
You have YouTube. They're still social media platforms. So if you're commenting on videos, I mean, and people wind up clicking on your avatar, like your profile picture, they still find your page. They still wind up on your Google Plus page from YouTube. So it's all, people think like they're all separate. They're not. They're basically layers of one another.
And if I can add one thing, I think you said very well, Daniel, is that you find a crowd which looks a bit more professional than on Facebook. I love Facebook, but yeah, it is a different type of people. And maybe one thing which could be done, Thomas, because it's all about providing value. Well, instead of having like your campaign links being sent, but if, for instance, you spend, I don't know which amount of time you would have available, but in each group, and found out if there are any recurring questions that, because if it's within the same niche, they will probably ask, some people who are new might probably ask the same question. So if you are able to answer these questions either by connecting with them directly on their thread, or maybe if you had a blog, I really love the idea of having a blog, and then you can reply through a blog post or a video to these different groups, then at least they see the value that you can provide, and then, because on your blog there will be different things available for them to have a look at, then they can see your store, they can see what you do. I don't know if they can join or whatever, but they can have a wider spectrum of what you have to offer. But it's first by seeing one of the problems they may have, by providing an answer either directly or through a blog post. And this is how, instead of all the time having to connect non-stop with new people, but you provide some key information that they will find in that niche. Does it make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So I thought that was that could be an idea. And then, I mean, it's the good thing is that it could be automated with the software. So in a sense that you can post your content in all these different groups. But what is also interesting, I mean, it's a bit more complex, but let's say you are the blog, there is something that we call like retargeting, which means that those people are coming to your blog and they find your information about whichever question you want to answer. But because there is a tracking link on your site, then if they decide to go to Facebook, well, you can track them through Facebook, or they see you again. So the more they see you, the more they say, oh my gosh, this Thomas is an expert. I see him everywhere. And then they start wanting to know more about what you do. So if it went above your head, that's okay.
No, watch the replay.
No.
But it's something good, because at least it's automated with the software, and on top of that, because you've got a tracking device or pixel on your blog, you've got even more of these people coming back to you.
Very good.
Thomas, when are you going to start making video?
Pardon?
When are you going to start making video?
Shortly.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Last thing, George, I wanted to add to, because Aurora just hit a trigger for me, is like when she was talking about automated, there's also automated and associated. So when you're looking up a topic in YouTube, you see all those other videos on the right-hand side.
Right.
If your topic is related to that and you have a thumbnail that can capture someone's attention, then more than likely you're going to be able to steal clicks. It's just like being on Facebook where there's an ad, except you have people who've actually just done videos. So it's, I mean, there's tons of ways. There's so many reasons why I just love YouTube and Google Plus way more than Facebook. It's just for all those reasons. And if you're actually creating content, like even how I just found out about this, I didn't find out through Facebook, even though you had made a post about that early in the week. It was because when the video that you had sent out earlier this week comes to my inbox because I'm subscribed to you. So it says, here's all your subscriptions of people who actually made videos this week, and I went and clicked straight to your video right from my email. It's not necessarily a distraction. I wasn't on Facebook, but it was like I literally see your video. I go, I click on it, I watch your video, and then I'm saying, oh, you're running Hangouts now too. And so it's like, and that's how I see mainly. So again, I may run into it in Facebook, but it's more direct when the community is like where you focus your time in. And like I said, there's like, I mean, from an automated standpoint, from an association standpoint, from, you know, how direct that you can go without like all the other distractions, and it has like a captive audience. That's why I love Google stuff. This?
Yeah.
No, but
How about
Thomas,
Instagram?
Instagram, that's something, I mean, I have, you know what, Thomas, you're going to make me pull all of my tools out of the bag, aren't you?
Yeah, Thomas, you can't have everything today.
I'll go over that later, man. But listen, I was just going to say about YouTube, and it's funny, right? Like, at the moment, viewable, like, that I can see, I have around, like, maybe, and this will be probably number 300 of videos that I've made so far. There was one point, like I say about a year ago, that the videos that I made, the content, and that I look back at them, it's just like, oh my gosh, was I actually, you know, like, that new to it? But now, if I look back at my videos, and like Danny hit on it, it's an easy way to, like, it's just driving traffic, right? Association. So like now my videos, I have one video on YouTube that has like over like 1,000 hits, and I was like, when I checked maybe 2 weeks ago, it was like maybe not 2 weeks ago, but I checked a few months back. I think the most views I had on a video was around like 700, and I was like, gosh, how long is it going to take? How long is it going to take? How long is it going to take? And that video that had the 700, I don't even see that anymore. The video that I saw that had like 1,000 views, it's about Mass Planner. And then like recently, I'm like, wow, why am I starting to get all these Mass Planner sales? And it's because finally, other people are searching for Mass Planner. And as Danny said, because of association, whenever they search for it, boom, what's over there to the left? You know, on the right side of the screen, it's my stuff. So when they see that I have, you know, content and it's like a lot, they're like, wow, this guy either knows what he's talking about or he just creates a lot of junk. Well, when you see that the content is different every single time, and it's also giving you a bit of value, then they want to join what you're doing. So Google, for that, from that aspect, that's something unlike Facebook or any other network can do, because once you get into Google's ecosystem, not only does it rank you within YouTube, but if you go to Google itself and do searches, you also become associated with other video or other content that you see there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely make use of all of YouTube, and I mean not Google. And as Danny was saying, I mean, it's just the YouTube. What did you call it earlier, Danny? Basically, not Facebook, YouTube,
Google Plus,
Blogger,
like obviously Google, then Google Drive, because you can actually even in here you could have a presentation on Google Drive and play it in a Hangout. So I mean, tons of stuff. But yeah.
And
Yeah,
I
he
heard
called it
about
Google Properties.
Google Work. I don't know if you heard about that. Google Work.
No, I haven't.
Or is it Google Work or Google for Work? That's something else again. When you can, I think you can create custom domain names. So instead of having, let's say, aurorajones@gmail.com to make it like more look professional, but through Google, I'm like, wow, I need to investigate a bit more about that. And it's called Google for Work or Google Work, something like that.
And I'm also pretty sure it's Google Business Apps as well.
Google Fitness app.
Yep.
They want to dominate the world.
We won't even get into Google My Business pages for local and everything else. I mean, it's literally, you could go down a rabbit hole when you just start, having results in Google. It's like you're never going to go back to Facebook with all the.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, Thomas, how does that information work for you?
Sounds good.
Okay. And you were mentioning Instagram. Well, I'm not going to really go into Instagram right now because I don't want to like put too much on this call because it's like a freebie. I want people to come back and like, hey George, give me some more, and such like that. But my thing, like I said, you have an app that will automate the growth of your accounts. the best thing I can tell you to do is just simply go through, and I have tutorials that I think you have access to, playlists and such like that. Just start building your accounts based on, whatever niche market that you're in. Find people that are in your same niche and follow their followers. But when you follow their followers, make sure that the content that you're putting out is content that they're already familiar with, but it adds more value. Okay, if you provide more value, it's basically like I think I used an analogy with you guys before. It's almost like like going to buy a hamburger. If you ride down the street, you see McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, what have you, you're going to go to the first place that's open. Okay, or you're going to go to the place that has the tastiest burgers. But you have in your mind at first, like, I want a hamburger, I want to go to McDonald's. But if McDonald's is full, what are you going to do? You're going to go to the next best place that you feel you're familiar with. So for yourself and your business, even if you and I are doing the same thing, if you provide more value or more flavor, then I'm going to come to you. Okay, as a second resort, as a backup, they may come to me. But you want to be that front runner, that authoritative figure that people are coming to for all that information. Is that the little one, Aurora?
Yes, it is. It just woke up.
Say hi to the world. Your first hangout, man.
He's doing hangouts right out of the womb, huh?
Exactly.
I know. Do you know how my husband used to call him? Baby 2.0, the long.
That's a good one.
Blog. You need a blog.
Hey, you should do it, because you know what? If people find out about Baby 2.0, I guarantee you they're gonna have that domain name.
Yeah.
That's what you should title. You should take a snapshot when you share this, George. Take a snapshot.
Already did.
Aurora's holding the baby.
Oh, I can do that.
And then literally, and do what you said. Baby 2.0 hangout.
Actually, I'm going to do that right now. Where is he? Speak, Aurora, and we'll smile.
Here we go.
Got it.
Thank you.
But see, guys, this is what I love about this. I mean, you get to, oh gosh, value, enjoyment, happiness, all of that stuff goes with this. This is what it's all about, man. This is what it's all about. And this is a job.
Oh, you guys were talking about it earlier too. It's like people want the push button simple solutions. It's like, this stuff is work. Bottom line, work.
Yeah.
Just like Star's list of notes right there.
You see her, don't you?
Yeah. It's like she's got. It looks like that was her to-do list. That's exactly what this is like, man.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's probably why so many people would fail online, because you could have these sales pages say, how by just pressing a button, then their whole life is going to change and money is going to pour from the sky and they're going to be millionaire in, let's say, 2 to 3 days. And obviously, it's not the way it works. And what I realize is that you really need to see that as not like a second job or a career, but something you need to put your mind into and learn and invest. I don't think that people can have everything for free and have all the information that they want, because by doing so, it's going to take them much more longer than somebody who actually paid the money, paid the price to have information and move on. So what is good is that before, I don't think we had all this technology available. I remember spending like hours in Facebook group posting like one by one. Oh my gosh, it was just like stop having any willingness to leave anymore because it was taking forever. So with automated tools like Mass Planner, for instance, it make it like much easier, but which doesn't mean that because you've automated everything, that's the end of the story. There is still this interaction you need to have with people, and social media is so much about being transparent, almost like naked to the world. This is what I do, this is what I offer, I'm a real person, I'm genuine, I want to help you, and then you do the work and then the money will come. Right. But it's not you throw your stuff out and hope the money is going to come. No. So people need to understand that they need to put some time into it and not feel desperate, because desperation is not going to bring any results.
You know, Thomas, you pretty much let everyone know, especially, you know, with your example, you've made use of automation just this past week. And as you said, you've received so many messages that you can't handle it. Okay. But here's the thing. You've automated a certain portion of your work, but because so much traffic has come to you, now you have to do the work and, you know, like actually communicating with these people and doing all of these different things, right? So automation, it's great, it's wonderful, but on the back end of that automation, there's other parts that go with it, and that's why, you know, that's why I like, you know, Mass Planner, and one of the things that I'm going to start showing everybody how to do is just basically how to build your following, because there's so much that comes out of building a following and understanding how to read the alerts that you receive from, you know, Instagram, Twitter, and especially Twitter, because people send you messages, especially the inboxes and such like that. Anytime you receive a direct message from a person, that's a perfect opportunity to go and say, okay, this is what this person is doing. Maybe I should use that idea, or maybe I should provide that person with a solution to do what they're doing better. And 9 times out of 10, you'll find out that that person that's sending you a message, even if it's automated or not, if your message that comes back to them is not, it doesn't have to be very powerful, but it just has to make sense. And it has to be something that they need. So if you provide information that they actually need, as opposed to trying to sell them on something, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, yes, please tell me how. You know, so you do the work, you let the automated side do its portion. Okay, so now you get like 60,000 hits or whatever like that. But out of that 60,000 hits, you're going to start getting organic people trickling down into your inbox, sending you messages and saying like, hey, Thomas, can you show me this? Can you show me that? And that's when it comes into work where you may, I mean, at the moment, I'm not saying that you have to, but eventually, it's almost to the point, man, if you're getting so much traffic, you're going to have to get virtual assistants and different things like that to handle the communication with these people, especially if you want to have an audience of people that are real and that start building a trusting bond with you, because that's what it's all about, is building that bond. You know, I never really got into email marketing simply because I just never really focused on that area. But then once I started using Mass Planner and I learned like, wow, you can build not just one list, you can build multiple lists. And what I mean by that is you can build multiple accounts in different niches and then through those applications communicate with the people. So like, you know, most marketers will tell you the reason why you need a list is because the money's in the list. You can build your list later on, and that's what I'm starting to do now. But if you don't have the means of purchasing, you know, like Aweber and paying, like I paid for Aweber for like almost 2 years and never used the thing once. Okay, that's ridiculous, right? But that's how a lot of us do, because we don't understand.
I'm laughing because I did the same thing, or barely used it, is what I should say. Yeah.
Well, my thing is, what I've been doing is I've been building Twitter, Instagram, my Facebook account is going crazy, Google Plus, all these networks, and just allowing that traffic, people that are interested, people that are actually pitching, to come to me so that I could say, here, take this, what I've done, in exchange for what you're trying to pitch me with, and see which one you want. And then out of that total, like I said, I'm starting to get sales with Mass Planner out the yin-yang because people are actually needing the information that I'm giving them. Even though Mass Planner, they may not know how to use it out of the box, and this is something that you mentioned last week, which I'm working on, Thomas, is, you know, where do you start? Well, just as I told you, start building your following, because building your following, you understand that it gets rid of having to pay for solo ads. It gets rid of paying for a whole bunch of that stuff, because if you build the proper networks or proper followings, like say for instance you create niche accounts on Twitter, Instagram, all these networks, you already have a following of like maybe 20, 30,000 people that you can build up to with this application that's doing it in an automated fashion. Okay, as you build it, then you start putting content on your Twitter and your Instagram walls to let them see what you're doing. Okay, but also link it back to your own property, which happens to be your blog or what have you, your Facebook fan page or what have you, so that you can get more traffic. Okay, that's definitely what I would advise you to do when you start out using like any of these networks. Just start building them up. Okay, as you build them up, people are going to come to you and want to find out more about you. As they want to find out more about you, that gives you an opportunity either to learn or to lie. Okay, if you start lying, trust me, that reputation is going to dwindle really quick. But as you learn and you start providing more information, like I'm doing with you guys on these calls, you know, this is supposed to be about Mass Planner. I have yet to open my screen and show you guys Mass Planner. But as a Mass Planner user, as a marketer in general, I'm pretty sure the people that are looking at this call, they're like, oh my gosh, like, where did this guy come from? Right? Because there are going to be a lot of people probably in Aurora's network, probably in Daniel's network later, because listen, you think they're not going to share this video with their network, and then other people are going to see it, because they're going to be like, wow, what is Aurora doing now? Or what is Danny doing now? This helps your count, you know, and the backlinking and different things like that, like they were saying with the Google, you know, what is the word again? Oh, she's gone. Platform. This is another way to get your name out there. So Thomas, build your networks, build your networks, build your networks. Okay, as you're building your networks, just start understanding how your networks are communicating. Understand what the trends are. Understand what people are doing. Okay, and that's your self-education pretty much for free within one application. I mean, it's just that simple. I mean, Danny doesn't use Mass Planner, but he's asked me, he's like, well, I really don't have a need for it for my business. And most likely he doesn't because he's not really automating his processes like I am. Okay, but my thing is, I didn't have the experience that Danny had. Danny was into blogging, okay, and he was doing very well with it. I mean, his rejection-free formula blog, when he started that, it was just like, I saw it and I was just like, wow. You know, like he'll probably tell you, I wanted to have my blog just like that. I have people that come and look at my blog now and they're just like, wow, like how did you do that? And the whole time I'm just like, it's not that great. But as I said a little while ago, you, by doing something, are doing a hell of a lot more than a hell of a lot of people. And people are going to see you and they're going to want to gravitate to you and get that information from you. And it's just funny because when I first started, I just had this analogy in my mind. Like the way to get people to join you is by having more information than the person behind you. So basically, every day there's a new person that joins this wonderful world that we call work from home, marketing online, MLM, what have you. Depending on how long you've been doing this, if you haven't been educating yourself on how this works, or educating yourself to the point where you can speak to someone else, and you don't have to be a guru, but just have knowledge and confidence in what you're saying. If you haven't been doing that in the time that you've been spending online, and like Danny said, you've just been spending on Facebook chatting and, you know, like seeing all the, you know, distractions and such like that, then what are you doing? I spend a lot of time on Facebook, and the reason why I spend a lot of time on Facebook is because Mass Planner. Okay, if it wasn't for Mass Planner, I wouldn't be on Facebook so much. The reason why, and when I say Mass Planner, my Mass Planner portion is communicating with people in the Mass Planner group. Okay, that's most of the time I spend on Facebook, getting messages from people in the group. George, how do you do this? How do you do this? How do you do this? People that think that I own the company, so they're communicating with me on Facebook. They're not communicating with me on the other networks. Like I'm starting to get people that are communicating with me on YouTube quite a bit. They're seeing my videos. They're commenting on it. What does that do? That makes their network see that they're commenting on these videos. Then their network comes and looks at these videos. So one thing, I'm kind of like giving away something that maybe I shouldn't, but one thing that you do with your YouTube videos in the beginning, and I did this, and I actually stopped because it's really not needed. Well, I'm not going to say it's not needed, but one way that you get lots of views on your video in the beginning is to start linking it, okay, or putting in links of other videos that are similar. Okay, so as Danny said, like feeding off other traffic. Okay, so if a person has a video out there about Mass Planner and Facebook, then I guarantee you, I'll go and search for like 4 or 5 videos, and then I'll link them in the description of my video. Okay, so that way automatically it tries to increase my ranking on YouTube, so when people search for it, they see it associated to these other videos. That works, but a lot of times you'll find that those people that you're associating with, if they're active users, some people don't want you to associate with their videos. So what they do, if they see that you've linked, inside of your description their videos, they'll try to ban you. So what I've stopped doing was that, and I've started simply saying, well, you know what, I'm going to let organically my stuff grow. And I'm using some different methods, and it's starting to work because now when those other people are posting stuff about Mass Planner, and I'm starting to find like videos that I'm like, wow, where did this come from? Other people are starting to link me now. So once you become that authority, other people are going to link you, then you're going to feed off their traffic anyway. Okay, so you don't need to worry about, okay, well, linking other people's stuff or putting out, the YouTube sensations and such like that come about. Those YouTube sensations, they come about because other people like their content. Just build it, as people say, and they will come. I mean, put that content out there, they're going to come. Okay, so as long as you're adding value, okay, and you gave us value earlier. As long as you give value, people are going to come to you for more of that value.
When I started using it, Mass Planner, I'm going to explain a couple of things. let's start with Facebook for a moment. Okay. I was attempting to post, okay, to a group. And when I realized how much work it would be, okay, it seemed like it was an impossible task, and it wasn't going to be something I had time enough to do. With Mass Planner, I immediately jumped in, started doing exactly the same thing, but when I realized that I could join a whole bunch of groups and have that same post go to every one of those groups, okay, that put that on automatic pilot. I then went to Pinterest and I did the same thing with Pinterest, okay, where I have numerous boards, okay, and I picked pins to put from other boards to go there that had thousands of them. And I haven't looked at Pinterest. I mean, I'm over 5,000 right now on the followers on Pinterest, and that's been in just a few months, and I haven't done anything with it because it's all automatic, okay, and I'm on Google Plus. I've been playing with that for a month or so, and it wasn't starting to do anything, and it's just recently started because I started that at the same time I tried Twitter and Instagram, and I've been able to bring Twitter and Instagram up, in a short period of time where I had nothing, and I've got 500-600 followers on those, okay, but Google Plus wasn't doing anything. And that's why I was asking if I was doing something wrong or whatever. But in the last week or so, I picked up 15 or 16 now, and that's just the beginning, and I can see that starting to work. But for some reason, maybe I didn't have a circle created or whatever. But anyway, it's starting to do that. You were talking about emailing. I happen to be using MailChimp, okay, but I have automated and it's segmented groups. And as I have several things coming from the different stores where they come in on different mailing lists with automated, and one particular one, I've got 40 emails all lined up going out once a week that I don't have to think about. So most of what you're talking about, I've got a little bit of touching it. Doesn't, by no means do I feel that I'm doing everything even close to being right, but I am exploring with the stuff. Videos is next.
No, that's the main thing. Is that you are building, and you're consistently doing so. Because as everybody, like lately, everybody posts like, I'm building my empire, I'm building my empire, I'm building my empire. Well, you just said that you have 5,000 people following you on Pinterest. You have about 500 or so following you on Instagram. You have another 500 or so following you on Twitter. Then whatever you have following you on Facebook. That's 4 different networks. And if you combine that total of all those people, that's massive, man, as far as getting your message out.
Oh, I agree. It's growing every day. Yeah.
And that's what it's all about.
I think you need a round of applause because you're working very hard.
I'm sorry?
That's impressive. Congratulations. That's really good. Not everybody is willing to do the work, the grind. And yeah, well done, Thomas.
Well, I probably got plenty of time.
Okay.
Thomas, just go ahead and let the cat out of the bag as for if you're okay with that. As far as your marketing.
Say that again. I'm sorry, George.
Are you okay with letting people on the call know what it is that you actually market your business?
Oh, I have no problem with it. Okay. Right now, I have 3 stores. One of them is in gifts. Okay. To do with, I have some unique gifts and stuff that are there. Okay. A second one is to do with garden furniture and gardening products and things like that. And the third one is to do with RVing and the RVing industry.
Is it eBay?
I have an eBay store too.
Oh, 2. So, okay. So you do eBay, you do Amazon and all of that, is it?
I'm sorry?
You do eBay and Amazon, is it?
No, I don't care about Amazon.
Oh, okay, all right. Okay, so that's eBay stores. Okay.
Amazon costs too much.
Okay, fair enough.
They want the first 25% of what you're. I mean, you got to have a high margin item to be dealing with on Amazon. And I don't like the idea that I can be, that somebody else is controlling what I'm doing.
Yeah, not nice.
I mean, if you're going to do e-commerce, you've got to have your own website, period. You've got to have your own store. or you're not really don't have a business, because the bottom line is that you can be shut down anytime.
Yeah.
And Thomas, how long have you been doing your e-commerce business?
Basically, I started it about a year ago
Mhm.
from scratch.
Mhm.
Okay, and have been working, building. I built the stores up. I had to make changes to all to get them the way I wanted them and all of that, and then you know, get to after you get the store finally running and loaded with products and things like that, then you have to consider start the marketing side of it and stuff like that.
It's awesome hearing like your stories and your results, because one thing that people like I find, and this is why like Facebook, it just like bothers me so much, is because, as Danny said, it is a huge distraction, because most people on Facebook, they just want to chat you up all the time. They want to chat you up, they want to pitch you, they want to chat you up, they want to pitch you. And what I've started doing is basically my method of I don't do group posting. Okay, I was doing that before, and I'm probably maybe I'll do it a little bit, but not very much. I my main thing is being very targeted. So what I've taken to doing is, instead of using groups, well, I use groups, but I use groups to extract the members, and then internally within Facebook, using Mass Planner, send people messages, letting them know what I'm about, what I do, and such like that. And this is where having your Facebook profile, your account, and everything like that set up properly, because um, when you send a person a message, 9 times out of 10, they're going to look at your picture and they're going to go to your profile. Okay, the ones that are smart. If they go to your profile and they see content there or a page that's very engaging, it has like a decent like cover photo, different things like that. Like you're basically providing value just by them looking at your page, just by looking at the content there. They're going to read more of that message, because initially they're probably not going to read the message. Okay, they're going to look at your profile, then go there, then they'll reply. And I've been finding that I've been getting a very good response rate, or just not really a very good response rate, because I send maybe 60 messages a day, but out of that 60, I'll get a good 4 or 5 that are organic people that are like, yes, please give me more info, and that's what I use Facebook for. In the past, I'm going to tell you, I would post in like around 1,200 groups in a day, and I look at the click count on like my links, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I got a lot of traffic, but it was not targeted. Like the people that I was like interacting with or sending my stuff out to, they didn't care about the knowledge that I had to share. They just wanted to sell me on something else. So I like like what you're doing. You're building. Okay, you're building, and it's just awesome that you're able to do this with a tool like Mass Planner, and it's not in a spammy type way. Because my main thing is, and this is funny, I used to tell people when I was in the Facebook group of Mass Planner, and just be like, guys, like, no, don't spam, like stop spamming, stop spamming, stop spamming. But all I was doing was spamming, because I'm putting out like 1,200 bits of content that's the same thing daily. I'm spamming, okay? Unless you're adding value. And once you start putting the same thing over and over and over again in a redundant fashion, then you're actually spamming, okay? That's not a trust builder. It may get people to recognize you and see you and know who you are, but they know to stay away from you, because all you're going to do is spam them. I lost a lot of people that were supposed friends of mine on Facebook at the moment, simply because I was just spamming. They got tired of waking up and seeing like all these posts from me. Like I'm doing a little bit of I'm working a bit of a project that I'm going to put out, and I'm going to put it into Mass Planner, just to let people know how Mass Planner works. But I'm searching my posts from this time last year, and I looked, and it's like I'm scrolling, looking for down the timeline, trying to find something, so I can put a part of this project. And I looked at how much stuff I was posting. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like what was I doing? And that was just a year ago. But that just lets you know, as you learn these networks and you learn how they work, you understand that's not very effective marketing in any sense, right? So yeah, Facebook can be really good, but you find more uneducated users on Facebook that are looking for you to do more things for them than you're finding people that are actually willing to do the work themselves. So like If you go on Facebook and you found the person that wants to do e-commerce like you're doing, and you gave them the steps that you're doing to make this work, like simply put, you put a link on your fan page, then put it into Mass Planner or shared it from Mass Planner to your stuff, that's too much for some people. But you understand that's what you have to do in order to make this work.
When I first started, okay, the first month or so, the type of posts that I were putting were all sales oriented. And I was getting, you might as well say I was spamming, okay? But I didn't know any better. But I learned quickly that that didn't amount to anything, and so I had to stop and totally change around, okay? But I can't tell you how many negative comments that came from, you know, from having an ad that was a for sale ad or something to do with direct sales or a link to your back to your website to a product, whatever, just did not fly in this market, okay? And so when you're talking about some of the stuff that went wrong, well, I can tell you the first month or so, everything I thought was going to be golden turned into
rubbish. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, but no. But other than that, it's a and part of, you know, on my blog I have some very educational. But my main product that I'm trying to brand the most is a very you have to, you know, it's kind of like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
Right.
Okay, and yet they can't live without water. Okay, so that's kind of an example of what I'm talking about. I mean, you know, and it's kind of a fun thing to learn more and more, and I think that I'm going to have a lot more of a chance. The reason I was asking about the video thing is because I've been looking at quite a few of them, and you know, that for $67, that video Video Maker FX looks like it will do a tremendous job for what I'm attempting to do. And if I ended up getting to the point where I needed something better, there's quite a few other products that are more high end. But for just being able to produce the basic stuff I'm looking for, that looked like a good product.
Well, are you also thinking about what Aurora suggested to you for $15?
I looked at that one. While we were talking, I just looked it up. I looked up both of them.
Okay.
Okay, and I will look. I will do more after we get offline and stuff and look some more. But I'm ready to jump in and get into. Like I say, I'm not. I'm ready to take some of the blog posts that I've made that are, you know, and actually turn them into a video.
No, that's a great idea. You know what? Let's do this. Let me go ahead and get to your issue as far as what you were seeing with Mass Planner. Aurora, I know that I think you've seen the software. Yes, you've seen the software before. So
Yes.
if you could share your screen and we can figure out what's going on with your Mass Planner. Do you remember how to share your screen?
One question, then I got to run, George.
Okay.
You know what I emailed you about?
Yes. That's what I wanted to speak about now. Are you able to share your screen so I can look at it, or? Thomas?
I don't even know how to, be honest with you.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share my screen really quick so you can see what's going on, so that I can show you how to do this. Boom. Okay, so you can see my screen now, correct?
Correct.
It's like a lot of, okay. So if I move my mouse around, over here to the left, you see where it has that little, under the chat window, it has this little green thing that points to the right. That's how you do your screen sharing.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen and allow you to share yours. And I mean, if you have the Mask Planner as an option to show, just show that window. That should be fine.
Well, my question is, when I say, make sure you understand what it was that I'm saying, okay? I'll say, when I go up to the top of the bar, okay, and try to search for Mass Planner as a group,
Mhm.
Okay, I can't find it anymore. It's like they don't exist. They used to have 2,400 members. The only group I see now is a new one that you started. It says BP after it, a BD, and Mass Planner doesn't show up there anymore.
Okay. Yeah. Share your screen so I can see what's going on because I can't. I want to be able to
Okay.
understand. Yeah.
Can you see? I mean, I can't tell. Well, I mean,
Nope.
okay.
Nope. Once you put the screen on, you're gonna have to click where there it goes. Okay. Now if you can . That and share your
Well, let me go here for. I think I know what you mean.
There you go. So if you can just open
No,
up Mass Planner now, I can see your screen. So if you can open up Mass Planner, that would be great. Just
no, this is okay. Here I'm. Can you see my screen?
okay. Yes.
Okay, if I go up here like this, the search, right?
Right.
And I type in, okay? You see, I don't have a choice to go to the big group anymore.
Oh, that issue. Okay. So wait a minute. What? Okay. Okay. Hold on. Then let me check something really
If you
quick.
hadn't have sent me a
He,
link, I
he
couldn't find
didn't
it.
put a space between mass and planner.
No, no, he shouldn't have to. He shouldn't have to.
I
But
shouldn't have to.
yeah, I'm gonna
Really?
check. Yeah, it's not with the space star. It's just still come up. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna check the members because it could possibly be that someone blocked them, which I'm not sure why. Let me just check and see, Thomas. Since when did you have this issue, Thomas? Yep, that's
Well,
exactly what it is.
I haven't seen many Mass Planner emails, coming through
Okay,
Facebook.
you should refresh it or try it again. You should be fine now. Okay, here's the reason why that happens, Thomas. I administered a group as well as 3 others. The reason why you were not in the group was because I think in the past, I'm not sure if I mentioned this to you, but in the past, you've obviously posted your content in the group or tried to post your content in the group. And usually for myself, after like 3 times, even if it's like set in your Mass Planner and you forget to like set it, there you go. So you see the closed group, the very first one.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but even if you post in a group like 3 times, then I was in the past. I know I would just block people out of that. But now I want to say that most people, like the admins, are actually doing this for me because if they see like posts in the group that are not Mass Planner related, then they ban them. And a lot of times what'll happen is if you have Mass Planner engaged, then you're just gonna post like every day, every day, every day. And the admins, we delete the messages. But after
Can
so
you see
many,
my screen?
I can see your screen.
You see the post reach?
Post reach, yep, I love it. And I see the post engagement as well.
Yeah, I mean, I just saw. It's kind of dumbfounding.
But you know what? That's what I love about knowing that what we're doing works. No, that's awesome, man. Your website, I see you have 2 websites. Okay, that's to sign up for your. Okay, okay, cool, cool, cool. But see, that's another thing that I like too. So 2 people actually clicked on your link for your website. You haven't had the signups, but still, those are good numbers. And you say this is just since you changed it last week, correct?
Yeah, this is just in the last 3 or 4 days.
Wow. Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Awesome. You're a living testimonial.
So anyway,
Was that the so everything else is fine. You weren't having any other issues.
oh
It
no,
was
I
just,
have no other issues. That's the only one. When you said you were going to send a link, I went looking for Mass Planner and I couldn't find it, and I was wondering where.
Okay,
Yeah.
so from now on, what you'll get, Thomas, because I was wondering why you didn't join. From now on, what you'll receive is you. Okay, let's do this really quick because I want to make sure of something. Can you open Mass Planner? I want to check and make sure that you don't have the Mass Planner group in any of your destination list. Because
I mean, I can hope.
Oh, yeah.
right, because if you have that, then check your destination list. Because if you have
Oh,
Mass Planner,
I don't have it in any. I don't have it in any destination groups.
are you
I
sure?
can assure you of that.
Okay. Because
Yeah,
if
I
that's
mean,
the
I can.
case, I don't want you to end up getting banned again because posting in a group, people will see it and they're like, oh my gosh, like get this guy out of here. So if you trying to figure out the easiest way to search it.
I mean, I know I haven't got it.
Yeah, there you go. So if you
I
click
go through
on the groups there to the left, there you go. And just make sure that Mass Planner is not listed. So in the query where it says filter, just type in Mass Planner and it'll show you if it's there.
It's not. I can assure you of it.
On the other side, Thomas. That's the other the left side. And take out the one for tags. Yes, there you go. And let's see if it shows.
There's nothing.
Okay, cool.
I'm
It may actually be in the ignore section, which is good if it's in the ignore section, because it's quite possible after you because you've been blocked, it may have ignored it. I think that's what happens once you get blocked from a group. They put an ignore section. So if you go to tools. And of course, Mass Planner group joiner. Or actually, better yet, Thomas, click on social profiles. Okay, then your Facebook account, of course, and we're going to check the groups in there. So just Thomas Baker Facebook, click on the name. Okay, and then click on ignore. Okay, all right, go to groups then, and then we'll type Mass Planner in here, and it may not even show up. But type Mass Planner in the first one.
I don't think it's even in here.
It should be. It has to be. If you're a member of it, you have to be in there. Huh. Okay, then what's going to happen, Thomas, is the next time you sync Mass Planner, or Mass Planner syncs, that group is going to show up because it's a group that you're in now.
Okay.
Okay, so that's fine. That's fine. You can go ahead and stop sharing your screen now. That's perfect. I just wanted to make sure of that. When you
gotta figure out where to.
And it said 2,400 groups you weren't a member of, I was like, oh my gosh, like what happened?
Total.
So you were supposed to have a list of questions.
We've gone through them.
Are you serious?
You didn't want to get into Instagram.
Okay. We'll do that for the next call.
We'll do it next week.
What do you think about how the call went today?
Good.
Well, that's basically the format, or basically what I'll do from now on. I'm going to have Aurora. She gave tons of information today, but I'm basically want to have her as a guest speaker to do a bit more in the future. And I have a couple of other people that I'm communicating with to do the same thing. So I just want to make these calls. I know it's the basis is Mass Planner, but for the most part, it's more or less just marketing and personal development and different things like that as well. And I want to make sure you guys get as much out of these calls as possible, man. I mean, why not?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start using Google Plus.
Yeah, it's like I said, just start building your networks with it. One thing that I wanted to do, you know what? Let me check and see if my computer's working fine, because it was kind of screwy earlier.
I've got to run, so I'll catch you later.
Okay, that's fine, Thomas. Then Star, I'll do this with
Thomas.
you.
Okay.
Star, do you have your do you have Mass Planner on the computer that you're using now?
No.
Crap. Okay.
It's on my laptop.
And your laptop is at home?
No, it's sitting about 5 feet from me. Sitting on a chair running Joiner and Facebook.
Okay. What I wanted to do was go over my my share settings, but you know what? I'm not going to do it because it's probably not needed.
What do you mean share settings?
Well, not share settings. I was going to share my settings that I'm using for following and unfollowing.
Okay. I think you and I did that, didn't we? Did we do that?
I forget because I changed things up a bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I changed things up a bit because before in the past, I would follow on certain days. No, I would follow, but then after it got so much, I would stop it. So.
Hang on.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sitting on the dashboard.
Okay. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. First off, give me 2 seconds. I'm
Okay.
going to give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Got it. Your 2 seconds are up. Okay, so where is it? It's not connected to that.
Okay, Star, are you there?
Yeah, hang on. I'm
Okay.
just looking for something. 'Cause- So I better try to put it in my backpack. Yeah, that's that's what I needed. Because I hate the mouse on this thing, so I bought a wireless mouse, but it's in like sections. I had it all in my laptop bag, but I don't like carrying my laptop bag on the bus.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Because I
yeah,
figured,
I don't blame you.
you know, it just it bothers me that somebody might just grab it and go, then it's gone. Then I would be very upset. Okay, so now I have my mouse hooked up. So let me get you back on screen.
Well, listen,
Okay.
Star, why don't you do this? Can you use the panel link? I'll send it to you again on your laptop, and put that up on the screen. So or launch this call from
Yeah.
there, so you can share that screen.
Yeah.
All right, and then you can just I can walk you through the settings there. That'll be easier.
Where am I? Let's go to Facebook. Login, Facebook.
No, you don't have the link on that one. Should I send the link to you on that one?
On what one?
On should I send a link to you on your Facebook account?
Where did you want to send it?
Well, on the chat. Do you have Facebook open on? I mean, just anywhere where you can make sure that you get it open on that laptop.
Okay, I just opened it on.
Oh, the Hangout.
No, not the Hangout.
Yeah, that's what I want you to open the Hangout on a laptop, so that way you can share the laptop screen on the Hangout. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. So hang on.
And it's possible that one other person may be joining the call here in a second, because she just posted in the group.
search that. Okay, post it in the chat on Facebook, so I
Okay.
don't have to go. Otherwise, I have to go back to my email.
Okay, I'm about to do that now.
Please.
Not a problem. Star, where are you? There you go.
You can tell me I'm the one with the 2 stars. And the 2 R's. The 2
No, it's
stars
just I
and the
have
2
so
R's.
many chat windows open. It's not even, or because Mass Planner, I told you it's sending messages, so it's
Yeah.
Come on, where are you? There you go.
I'm coming. Give me a
No,
second.
no, no. I'm my
Oh.
my laptop is like not doing what I want it to do.
Okay. Let me check this. But now I have to get the paper out of the way.
Okay, Spark, mute the volume on that laptop. Oh no, you could have stayed on the other one.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's okay. I'm here now.
Okay, so if you can, go ahead and share your screen.
All right.
There. Wow. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So what I want you to do, Star, is go to Tools. Okay, and click. Okay, so you're not doing any following anything. Okay, good. Click on Twitter. I'm just going to give you the settings so that way you can set these things up, or it'll be there when you start using it.
Okay.
I actually need to take screenshots of this. Crap. Irene, yes. Hi, Josh. Sorry, but I'm unable to join you guys. Okay, cool. So what I want you to do, Star, this is the follow. So I want you to click on Sunday at the bottom. Click on Sunday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, go to unfollow and click on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This is the, okay, I'm sorry. Click on untick Friday. Okay, good. All right, now go to, click on return to tools. And we're just gonna go to your next account and do the same thing. Those settings that you have in there, are those the settings that that you copy from me or where?
I just lost the volume.
Oh, did
Hang
you?
on.
Okay.
Am I back?
Mm-hmm. I can hear you.
All right, is that back?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you. Mm-hmm. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Star. Star.
I lost the volume.
How? Did you? Wait, you lost the volume from me?
Hang on.
Oh, your sound. Okay. Ah, you know why? That's why I wanted you to stay on the other laptop. Just
Okay, come on.
I'm gonna have multiple stars on the call with R's.
This sucks.
How's it going? Is it working yet or no? Uh, star? Nothing still? Hello, hello, hello. Hello. What is that?
Stop sharing. So let's go back to. It's fine because I can see you as you type. Okay.
There you are. Any better? There you go. We have two. Whoa, wait a minute.
Okay, now let's see.
So, wait.
Okay. I
All
put
right.
you back on the laptop because the desktop isn't finding it. I don't get it.
It's not finding it?
Well, it's not opening it. It found it, but it won't. It just sits there with that little
Hourglass?
quote mark. It just keeps going, keeps on rocking. I don't know. Whatever.
All right, go ahead. Let's share your screen again so we can get get these things finished, set your setup.
Yeah. Come on. Give it to me. There we go.
There you go. Okay, So hold on.
Where
Right,
the heck's
so-
the volume on this thing?
On the laptop?
Yeah, I've never had to adjust the volume because I've always had my headset on.
Oh, it's usually on the
F7.
keyboard somewhere. It's usually on the keyboard. So
Okay, I think I found it.
you found it? Okay. Maybe that was the reason before. Is it going up? Hello, hello, test, 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 test,
Yeah,
test,
I
test,
muted
test,
it.
test, test, test.
Now it's fine. I don't want it that loud. That's all.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So let's go. What you can do. Wow, look at that. I love it. 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 Boom. What I want you to do is click where it says return to tools list. Okay, and that was Twitter. Okay, click on Google Plus. I know you haven't started following anybody, but go ahead and click on Google Plus, and I'll give you those settings. Okay, so for Google Plus, oh, actually, I need to start doing that too. Okay, so go to where it says follow. Okay, and once again, Sunday, Friday, Saturday. All right, and before you do anything else, start. Wow, I'm only doing 300. Okay, so let's adjust these settings really quick. You're going to start using Google Plus, so I want to give you some settings that you can actually use with this. So weight between, you're going to do 20 and 35. You can just type where that 40 is, yeah, and then 20 and 35, and then 35 on the back end. Okay, you're going to set the last number first, so the last number is going to be 20. So where it says 15, set that to 20. Okay, and then the first number, you're going to set that to 13. All right, and maximum I set for this, I'm not sure why, but I set it to 300. Okay, and then below that, what you're going to do is set the last number first. The last number is going to be 28 and 21, the first number. Okay, and
Actually, I got 27, but it'll work.
that's fine. That's fine. All right, and that should be fine. All right, now let's go to okay. Wow, that's the reason why I never really used this. All right, you said you.
Should I follow between certain times, or just leave that as it is?
No, that basically means 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what I do is I use sleep mode with all of my accounts. So
Okay.
that's why we're not using that one. All right, go to the tab that says unfollow, sorry. Okay, and yeah, I'm wondering why my settings are like this. Okay, so basically the first one I have unfollow after a minimum of, I put that as 3 days. Okay, and then this below you want to put, yeah, that is going to be 31. And the first number is going to be 15. Okay, okay. On the back end, items per action, that's going to be 25 per operation, sorry. And the first one is going to be 17. Okay, I have this set to 200. Once again, I'm not sure why, but you're going to go ahead and do Monday, strike out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, that should be fine.
Do we check the target all followers or no?
No, just leave that as is. Basically, if you leave it unchecked, it's going to, as it says, it's going to only unfollow the people that didn't follow you back. So you don't.
Okay.
If you leave it, if you check it, it's going to follow everybody. So you can just leave it
sorry.
as is.
Don't want that.
Yep. Because then you follow them, unfollow them, and it gets. I actually looked at one of my accounts and it showed that a person blocked me, I guess, because of that. So the next thing you want to do, that was Twitter. Let's go back to click on return to tools. You do have Pinterest set up, right? Pinterest?
No, I guess we don't. I thought
Yeah.
we did.
You have a Pinterest account, right?
Somewhere. I
Okay.
think I had problems with it. Like it didn't like the password, and I don't think I ever went back and fixed it.
Okay, we'll go to that in a second then. Then let's go to the next account you have, which is Google. You just did Google Plus. Click
Right.
on the. Okay, what about your Star Lucas Twitter, the one up top there? I don't think we did that one.
No.
Okay, so just the same thing. You haven't even set any follow sources. I'm gonna have to. I'll help you with that one. How old does this account start? Your main Twitter account?
Couple of years, maybe.
A couple of years.
Maybe
Okay.
a year.
Okay, then you can be a little bit more aggressive. So the last number is going to be 21. Okay, the first number is going to be 10. Okay, the next step, the last number is going to be 31. The next number is going to be 20. Okay, the number I have set here is at 250 because Twitter did change some things not too long ago. I think I had it more, but 250 should be fine. Is this
Okay.
for follow? Wow. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Because I'm doing it over the span of a week. That's fine. Okay, so next you're going to have the last number is going to be 48. 48 follows. And the first number is going to be 21. Blackjack.
All right.
Okay, then you're going to tick the box, the first box for user has profile image.
Right.
User has tweeted, the last box where it says user has tweeted between a number of, click that, and then change that number to, I put it as 7.
Okay.
Okay, and then once again, you're gonna tick this bigger. You're gonna tick on Sunday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, and you don't have any follow sources, but I'll help you get follow sources later on.
Okay.
Click on follow, unfollow. Okay, and on unfollow, all right, you're going to set it to, I put the first number as 7. All right, then the last one is going to be 31. And the first one's going to be 20. Why did it, oh, because, okay, gotcha. Put it as 20 and then put the last one as 31.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, because because the first number was lower, that's why it did it. So 31 there.
Oh, okay.
And then the next one you're going to do, the last one on the next row, you're going to do 25. And then the first one's going to be 18. Okay, 400, you can leave that. That should be fine. Okay, this one, the days are going to be, oh.
Sir,
Are you logged in on another computer?
no. This is the only one I've got that's on. That's even in my house one is never turned on. So.
Okay. Well, go ahead and click on login. It should log you back in then. Okay, there it goes. Wow, and it takes you back to the right screen. Okay, so click on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Good. Okay, and yep, that should be fine. Okay, now click on Return to Tools again.
Yeah, I'm sure that the unfollow I can get rid of a lot of stuff. 'Cause I mean, I got 1,200 or something of followers and there's some in there they're not really desirable. But I like looking at the pictures, so it's okay.
Yeah. All right. Click on your Instagram account. How old is your Instagram account? Is this a new one?
Yeah.
All right. So for this one, we're going to choose, okay, the last number is going to be 41. The first number at 31 is fine. Okay, 16, 13, that should be fine. Okay, 500 should be fine. Okay, so, wow, looks like we did this one already.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, the only thing we need to do, all right, the only thing we need to do here is the days. So Sunday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, and you haven't set up the follow sources with this one either, have you?
No.
Okay, that's fine. All right, now let's go to unfollow.
Or did we? Wait a minute. Do we have anything there?
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I've been working on it. I've been when I get a chance, I go over and started doing this.
Well, then do this. Since you already have the follow sources, then let's start building this puppy up. Then click where it says for your resources. Go ahead and put in the major countries. So actually, ketones. You're not going to just want you want people probably in like near you, correct?
It doesn't make a difference.
Okay.
I mean, I don't really want international because we're not shipping international yet.
All right, then let's do type in California where it says select locations, and actually I found this out from someone else, so I'm going to tell you how to do it. Use the apostrophe, so the apostrophe, no apostrophe, because sometimes it came up. Oh, nice. Okay, tick California, and you can be very specific if you wanted to do. Wow, is that the number of people?
I have no idea. You're the expert here.
Wow. If that's what that's listing, that is amazing. No, it can't be. It has to be it has to be like a coordinate or something like that.
Yeah, I'm sure it's I would say so. 2.5. Yeah.
But wait a minute. No, well, yeah, because I would.
Yeah, because look at Los Angeles. Los Angeles would not be.
Right. That many more. Okay, well that's fine. Okay, so California. Then just put some other states in there.
Didn't take it. Did it?
No. You have to scroll down a little bit. On the left over there, if you scroll down, you'll see it. You see the bar over on the far left? I mean on the far right. Sorry, not left, but on the far right, like over some more on the right.
No, what bar?
No, go over to the right some.
Oh, here?
Mouse as if you can see. No, over some more. Over. That one. Move that one down, and you should see it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And
okay. So the last time, actually move it down some more because the last time we added UK and stuff like that. So you don't want to have those, right?
Well, so we decided to do any English.
Right, but that's going to make it international, which is what you don't want.
Yeah, see, right now we're not shipping international.
Right, so simply where it's to the right of those, just delete the ones that you don't need. So like Australia, New Zealand, UK.
Yeah, I mean we can, but I mean
it doesn't make sense to do it. Just get as targeted as possible.
Take Canada out too. Okay.
All right, and you could actually California. Okay, let's do another location. So where are you going soon? You're like, what's that? Oh no.
I'm going to Vegas.
Not that one. Click OK. Or that one there. So put in up top. So where it says select locations, put Vegas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So do I move this over one? Is that?
Nope. You just delete that and start typing.
Oh. All right.
Is it LAS?
LAS.
Yeah, space Vegas. There you go. Wow, it's seeming to work much better.
Las Vegas Strip.
Yeah. Wow, there's Las Piñas, Philippines. These guys
I don't think I need to go there.
No, but these guys are getting good. This is pretty awesome. I'm impressed. Okay, and then as you can see, it started populating. So now you can just simply go ahead and add something else. So Las Vegas, you got California. Here's another thing you could consider, Star. How far are you willing to ship your products out? You know what I'm saying, like in the beginning? So you can
anywhere in the U.S.
Okay, then you know what? I'd leave it as is because you have California, you have United States, you have Las Vegas, you have Las Vegas Strip. That should be fine.
Okay.
So go back to settings.
Settings?
No, not that one. So you're on follow sources. So follow sources, then you have settings to the right, to the left of it, up top.
Oh yeah.
All right, and click start. All right. Now let's go to unfollow. Okay. And for unfollow, the first number is going to be, wow, 15. Or actually, maybe for you, just leave it at 5 because you're not going to have that many. So leave it at 5. That should be fine.
Okay.
Okay. The last number is going to be 45. Then the first number is going to be 37. Okay. The last number is going to be 20. And the last number is going to, the first number is going to be 15. Okay, and that number is going to be, I have 864.
864. That's a weird number.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'd rather make it 777. No.
Ooh. You do have the strip listed there, so maybe. Go ahead and tick Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, and click Start Unfollow. All right, and see what this is done. Even though you have them both engaged, the follow and unfollow, it's only going to unfollow. It's only going to follow on the days that you have selected, which is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Right.
And it's going to unfollow on Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Got it.
So
and this will automatically start as long as I turn the laptop on, correct?
Exactly. As long as Mass Planner is running, exactly, it's going to run.
Yeah, and then whenever I turn on the laptop, Mass Planner is the first thing that comes up.
Right. One thing that I do, Star, is for you, you're not like me, so you don't leave your laptop running 24/7. If you were to leave your laptop running for 24/7, I would advise you to actually enable night mode, which puts your accounts to sleep, like after a certain time. But since you turn them off, turn it on, you should be fine leaving it this way, because once it gets to the number of 864 of unfollowing, it's going to stop.
Right.
Okay. So the next thing, Star, let's go to social profiles and see what's going on with your what was it?
Pinterest. But
Pinterest.
I don't know what.
Is it connected to your Facebook account?
I don't know. It's been a while since I had it. So.
All right. Well, let's try this. Click on click where it says add profile, and let's see if we can do it. Okay, so go, Pinterest. You're not on LinkedIn either, are you?
Yeah, I think I have a LinkedIn account for Star Lucas and Kathy Lucas, both of them.
Okay, we can add those as well. All right, so go ahead and let's just go ahead and fill in these information. Actually, tick where it says manual login, and let's try to log in with your Facebook account and see if this actually works. So instead of entering the details, click manual login, then click where it says open browser to log in.
Okay, hurry up.
It's funny, you're seeing the hourglass, I'm seeing the little circle rolling too on mine.
Oh, hold on.
Go ahead.
Inner circle. Hi, Stephen, I'm fine. No, I don't believe he has. Okay, bye.
Cool. All right, so go ahead and click where it says login with Facebook. And here you're going to have to enter your Facebook email address and the password. And
like I know that.
You know your Facebook password, right?
No.
Are you serious?
I don't have to.
Why?
I have RoboForm.
Oh, okay. Well, if you're going to do that, I don't want to. No,
I'll do it off the other computer.
Okay, because I don't want that to be seen on the screen.
Hold on. Oh,
Oh, no, no. Okay. Yeah, wrong window.
thought-
And tick the box. Okay, I was going to say tick the box where it says keep me logged in.
oh, well, I'll do that later.
Okay, click OK. So that must be it. Let's see if it loads up your page. Okay, now move the embedded browser a little bit to the right.
To the right?
Yep, so up top where that blue bar is, yeah, move it over to the right a little bit. Up, 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 up. There you go. Now drag it over to the right a little bit. Okay, now click where it says, right under that, click where it says confirm logged into Pinterest.
Right there.
Yep, and you see where it says initializing?
Uh-huh.
All right, well, let's let it validate. Once it gets valid, then you'll be done with that.
Oh, cool.
So you have your Pinterest set up. Do you want to set up the LinkedIn as well?
You know, now I don't think I should do it right now because I got other stuff we got to be doing. So,
Okay.
but I
Then-
mean, we can do it another, like, maybe
that's
tomorrow
perfectly
morning
fine.
or something.
That's perfectly fine. I mean, at least we got you set up here. and
Oh,
that's
look,
fine.
it did it. It's there.
Yep.
Ah,
So now,
I
oh
just
my
have to
gosh.
rename it.
Well, we're gonna start building this up though. Well, just create another page or create a board for your Ketos because you want people to know you, right? So just create a
Right.
board for Ketos. That's it.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, close the embedded browser, and for now, start. Let me do this then. Let me do my follow with this one, I believe.
But this one I should list as Star Lucas because we know what it is.
Yes, yes. And I'll give you my follow settings for this one as well.
What happened here? God, sometimes I'm not used to laptops. I think I have a dash between all these, don't I? If I remember right.
No, I mean, you can always go back and modify it, so that should be fine.
So now what do I do?
All right. Actually, tag it. You see where it says tag? I think the tag is going to be Pinterest for that. So use the drop
Oh,
down.
yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, just use the drop down though. The drop down should give it to you. Delete, 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 delete. So it doesn't add that. Yeah, there you go. Now use the drop down. And then tick Pinterest. There you go. Okay, now go to tools. Okay, click on Pinterest, Star Lucas. And okay, cool. So the last one is going to be 35. 35 and 20. Okay, the last one on this one is going to be 50 or 12, sorry. And the first one's going to be 10. Okay, maximum is going to be 297. Okay, and I have no clue why I did this. Okay, so the last one is going to be 125 and 19 minutes. Okay, once again, we're going to do the same days. So Monday or Sunday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, you don't have follow sources yet. That's fine. I'll show you how to set that up later on. Click on unfollow. Okay, the first number is going to be 10. Then 35 and 25. 50.
50?
50, 50. Mm-hmm. And 35.
Okay.
500. Okay, and Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I mean, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Sorry. Yeah, sorry about that.
I started
Monday,
to do that, and then
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, sorry about that.
It's really confused me.
All right, and that should be it.
Okay, perfect.
That should be it. So yeah, what I'll do is when we speak next, Star, I'll just basically show you how to generate the following. So like your follow sources and such like that, like what you should do. That's something that I'm probably gonna, do a little course on for others as well.
Good. I like your courses. They're easy.
Well, that's what the what's going to be inside of the member site. It's just going to be short, simple, straight to the point courses that you can. It's just basically the setup. It's not really a course, right? So
right.
Tell you why you're doing it, and then how to do it. That's all I'm going to give you.
Okay.
So that should be it, Star. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here and let you get back to work. Thanks once again for joining. Thanks.
Oh,
And
not a problem. I mean, I get to learn a lot, but a lot of it I don't understand. But
No, but I mean, hey, you have the replay, right? And not only do you have the replay, but today's call, I mean, like the beginning, and that's why I didn't open up Mass Planner or get engaged with Mass Planner until later on, because there was so much value that was dropped. I mean, gosh, like my head was like spinning on a couple of those things because I'm listening. It's like, yeah, this is really what we need, So
yeah,
it's just gonna get better.
I mean, your Hangouts always bring something to the table every time, and more than we expect.
That's and you know what? That's how they say, like it's like under promise, over deliver. So
yep.
And a lot of times, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's almost like and this is what anytime I have a mastermind, and that's what these are. Anytime I have one of these type calls, I often, come up with ideas or things, these thoughts come to my head. And it's like, wow, that's it. And even when I'm having these calls and I'm speaking to you guys, I get influenced, I get inspired to like think of other ways. And there are some things that I even mentioned on this call today that were like, I did not do maybe yesterday because I didn't have that thought. But now having a thought process, like say for instance, the whole Google Plus group method that I told to Thomas.
Right.
I've never done that, but it just makes sense because they're in a sense the same network and they work kind of like the same way. So if you apply the same methods that you're using on one end, on the other side, then you should have the same results. So I get just as much out of these calls as you guys do, and I'm just happy that you guys are like I'm just happy they're getting better. My plan is to, as I do more, to give more. As I say, as I learn more, you guys will learn more. And like you said, you learned a lot today. I mean, even Danny, I'm not going to lie to you. I haven't spoke to Danny in maybe, almost 3 months.
Oh.
Like literally almost 3 months I have not spoke to this guy. Like we used to have Skype masterminds. Like I'd speak to him on Skype weekly.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing masterminds. But all of a sudden, I just got busy with this. He was doing his thing, and we couldn't communicate. But today, or yesterday, he's been seeing like some things that I've been doing. So that's why he pinged me. And then he looked at the call. And then today I was like, hey, why don't you just get on? And it was perfect because Thomas needed information on Google+. He has tons of information on Google+. I mean, Aurora, I'd never spoken to this lady, and I just asked her today or the other day about doing this Hangout. And she was like, okay, sure, I'll join. But I told her I don't want her to really, like give too much. Just kind of like fill out what the call is like, so that way she can decide what information she wants to give. And I was blown away by some of the stuff that she told. I was like, wow, So
yeah,
they're just gonna keep getting better, and just keep joining them. Like I told you, I mean, a lot of what I'm doing, and we mentioned this before. It's like I look at what Chris does on her Hangouts, on Saturdays and Wednesdays. And it's not, taking over or doing exactly what she's doing, but she has a track record and she shows that she's proven what she's doing is like valuable and is good. Even though like on Sundays, on Saturdays, it's the same thing over and over again. Well, my affiliate call on Sundays is basically the same thing, but then I'll stop it so that I can help, maybe give you other settings, later on and such like that. So yeah, it's
I don't know why my banner's not showing up. That just
it may be because I haven't refreshed that page. I'm gonna look at it here in Chrome because I'm using Chrome now doing these calls. I'm gonna open it in Chrome and see if it works, and if it does, I'll let you know.
Okay.
All right. But Star, I'm gonna go ahead and conclude this call so that I can get out of here, and I'll speak to you in a few minutes, most likely.
More than likely, I'm going to take you out. I'm going to just let Mass Planner run for groups and joining groups and stuff. I'm just going to go put it back over on the chair.
Okay, that's perfectly fine.
Then I go and check and see how it's doing, and keep an eye on it.
Okay, cool. All right, so let me go ahead and close this out. And so yeah, basically, guys, that's the November 25th, the day before Thanksgiving, Mass Planner Weekly Knowledge Share question and answer call with Mass Planner users. Guys, as you saw today, it was amazing. I mean, shocking to me in a sense that, there was information provided that I had no knowledge of. I'm pretty sure many of you watching this on replay or what have you, and I'm going to spread it, I'm going to share it, got lots of knowledge out of this. So join us next time. As I said, I'm going to move this to a member site. So these calls will be able to be recorded and posted up in the member site so you guys can review them and such like that. It's coming, guys. As I grow, you guys will grow. So stay tuned for the next one. We'll talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Take it easy. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Star.